Hi everyone, I'm the host of the Deep Psychology podcast. I'm Ross Edwards, and in this short trailer episode, I just want to sort of guide you through my library a little bit as it keeps growing. So I'm an author and podcaster. I talk about spirituality, philosophy and psychology in my podcasts and books. And you can find new episodes here every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central European Time, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, with snippets every Thursday, Sunday and Tuesday at the same time. So I've got hundreds of episodes now, and it's really useful if you're just new here to know what the most fundamental ones are. So I'm going to give you 4 episodes that I would really recommend you listen to, because they're a good introduction to the way I see things and the way I the sort of style of my podcast and the way that I go about things. So first one is an episode from February this year called What is the Meaning of Life? It's episode number 180. Next one I would recommend is Your Psychology Equals Your Life. This is from December 2024. It's episode 85. Next one I would recommend is We All Live in Our Own World. This is from July 2024. It's episode 64. And finally, The Grand Universal Human Illusion, episode 83 from November 2024. And you can find the titles and the episode numbers and months of publication for those episodes in the description of this trailer. And everything else comes from there, because once you understand how I look at things on the big picture, talking about your psychology equals your life is quite a high level. It's very, very practical, but it's very high level. It's applicable to many, many areas. Once you understand how I see things at this level, then all my other episodes will make a lot more sense. Now, some of the episodes I've done this year, once you've listened to those episodes, you might want to come back to episodes that are somewhat more recent, just to kind of keep up to date with the flow of what I'm doing. So I've talked about this year, for example, some of the series I've done is the fundamentals of achieving goals and why we struggle to achieve goals. That was at the start of 2026. I've also done a series on philosophy where I spoke about self and other. I talked about materialism. I talked about physicality, and I talked about meaning, and also did a series on meditation and spirituality earlier on in the year. So you might want to search for those. These all lasted an entire month, so there's plenty of material there for you to get into. I'd also recommend you go to the homepage of my website, deep-psychology.com, because there you'll find a breakdown of all the podcast categories, and you can navigate quite easily from there to any of the categories I've covered from when my podcast was first published. And that really gives you a good way of navigating the entire library, which unfortunately platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts do not offer. And you can contact me at ross at deep-psychology.com if you have any questions for me. And I would also encourage you to sign up to my newsletter and check out my books. You can do that via the link in the description. All right, that's me. I hope you can join me for my next episode, and I'll see you very soon.